All right. Welcome, everyone. Bros on Nugs. This is Postgame after an incredible left-handed 15-foot floater by Kyrie Irving beat the Nuggets. But it takes exceptional plays to beat an exceptional team, and that's what we saw today with the Mavericks. Also, if you're into rebounding at all, the Nuggets sucked at that today. It was brutal.
Sure did.
They refused to rebound. So I don't know, man. It's all good. I think the Nuggets are fine. Will we get the 1 seed? I'm not convinced, but
Hard to say, right? With the way the Thunder play, but they do have a tough schedule. Thunder have the sixth hardest schedule?
I think it was seventh
or sixth.
Yeah, and that's true. We have one back-to-back left.
I thought we were done with back-to-backs.
Yeah, we have one left. And guess who we get to face on the second night of those back-to-backs? Minnesota. Yeah. So it's gonna be a tough run in. I mean, you have to win, basically. I mean, you have to go. Well, we just lost, so you can't go 13-3 anymore. I mean, you could, I guess, but you'd have to win. Now you're talking about going 13-2 for the remainder of the season. I don't know how easy that's going to be. Just 2 losses.
Yep.
Continue. Talk amongst yourselves.
If we lose the 1 seed, which is, I think, likely right now, and we end up as a 2, which I think is still good, and the 1 seed is OKC, do you guys see any way of OKC beating us in a 7-game series? What's up?
I can't find it.
Find what?
The controller.
Yeah, it's inside a cabinet. That's like, you know where the record player and the records are?
Oh,
There you go. Just leave it to a Davis to interrupt.
Oh, no, it's all good. What I was trying to say is if we do end up with the 2 seed and we have to play OKC in a 7-game series in the Western Conference
Don't worry
Finals.
about that.
Don't worry about that.
No. That'll go 6, but I think we can win in OKC. Not worried about them playing in OKC.
I'm not even certain with their youth that they would make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, do they lose in the
Gotta beat the
second
Clippers.
round?
We're gonna beat the Clippers.
Or the Suns. I mean, I don't know.
Suns would be tough.
We might have to beat the Suns again. It's getting so lame, like having to play the same teams all the time. They should mix up conferences every year. Just
All these. I was mentioning this to you when we were looking at the standings before today's game. Is regardless of what happens, where we're at, the 1 or the 2, we're obviously going to be playing a playing team. And what are the playing teams? Warriors,
yeah.
Lakers,
Right.
Mavericks,
Suns.
Suns are 6. Who's
the Suns are 8?
8. Yeah. There, we just nailed it.
Yeah.
Mavericks, Suns, Warriors, Lakers.
Yeah. Someone you don't necessarily want to play in the first round, regardless.
I think we
from previous years in their experience in regards with playoff basketball. It's just funny because New Orleans, Sacramento, the Thunder, Minnesota, teams that are young but playing well, that lack playoff experience. I'm sure a lot of those other teams would probably, those guys are going to go against each other.
I mean, when you think about our team, how many years did we have to make the playoffs before we got to the Western Conference Finals? So that was in 2020. So we made the playoffs 3 straight years prior to that, right? Or was it just 2?
Yeah, and we had to play the Warriors a lot. Remember how the Suns, we got swept by the Suns in the first round. Mm-hmm. We lost to the Warriors and we only won 1 game. So we haven't been making it out of the first round. And then when we did prior to that in the bubble, we made it to the Western Conference Finals. We had to beat Utah, the Clippers, and then end up losing to the Lakers. So that's been our last 3 playoffs, with the bubble included in that.
But I think what I'm trying to get at is for these young teams, they have to you have to go through it.
There's a difference between regular season and playoff.
Oh, totally. It's totally.
And that's why I said
I'm
not worried about the playing OKC because they're gonna have to go through some teams, real tough teams, by the time we finally face them.
Right.
If they can make it there. But when you're young, you make mistakes and you fold under the big moments of the game. We've seen it as Nuggets fans, like Will was alluding to.
Right.
Like, you're close, but you're not quite there. But who knows? You never know. We got to get there first, too. So
You don't get the calls either.
That's another thing that happens, and especially a small market team like OKC, when you're playing like the Warriors or the Lakers or the Clippers.
Someone who a bigger market.
Yeah.
They don't want OKC to go to the
Mhm.
Western Conference Finals.
No. You want the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns.
They don't want the Nuggets and OKC in the Western Conference Finals. You know what I mean? They don't.
No,
they
probably
don't.
not.
It's good for basketball if you're truly wanting to grow the game.
It is one thing that the NBA tries to do well.
Right.
It's one thing
They say they want to grow the game. If you want to grow the game, then you got to let these younger teams from smaller markets have their day, because that's going to grow in that market area.
Mhm.
And then you're going to get, don't worry about it globally, continue to build it here in the States. You're going to get more people, more fans if you continue to let teams like Denver Nuggets, compete. And then obviously OKC, like we were saying, those small market teams I think are important. And obviously we're a small market team, so I've always felt
like San Antonio, we're trying to follow
but they're important to the game, because if you just have the big times winning all the time, it gets boring and nobody really wants to watch that.
No, you don't. It compared to other professional sports in America, the NBA has done a good job of trying to level the playing field with their, taxes,
mid-level
exceptions, taxes on the bigger teams if you overpay, right? Like
luxury tax.
they do a pretty good job of trying to control it a little bit. But ultimately, viewership matters. But I'm with you. I think it's important that they let the small markets compete.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we play the Lakers in the first round.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. I think that's probably the matchup a lot of people would like to see.
Right.
But if you look at the West now, it's so competitive that you can't, Sacramento's a small market team, I would call them.
Right.
They're
Minnesota.
really good. Minnesota's a small market team. I mean, bigger than
New
Denver.
Orleans.
New Orleans is a small market team. Yeah, I don't know. The West is just super tough right now. It's always been.
What's the one theme that you've seen with most of those teams for them? What's made them good? They've drafted well.
All
For
of
the
them.
most part.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're not signing guys or traded well, because you don't sign guys, right?
Mhm.
I mean, unless you win a championship, but even then, it's not like a lot of people want to go to New Orleans. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Minnesota did a good job by getting Rudy and re-signing their good role players like Naz Reid and doing those things, and then you draft a talent you get lucky and you get to be able to draft Ann Edwards. That's a number one pick kind of thing,
Right.
where you get to not hard to fuck that up.
No, Anthony.
And same with honestly, I think the New Orleans has done better in regards with trading, because I don't think Zion is that special. I think he's good, but getting McCollum and Brandon Ingram through trades, and doing those things, and then Sacramento trading for Sabonis,
right?
And knowing that he could be something special from Indiana when he was starting to play well in Indiana, and making that Buddy Hield trade and all those things. So those men, you have to be savvy as a mid-market.
You have to be crafty. You have to have assets.
Yep.
Somehow
just look at OKC, man.
Yeah.
Look at all those picks.
I mean, OKC is going to be a monster, and
they're only going to get better.
1 or 2 years.
They're only going to get better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to be a monster.
Right.
But unfortunately, they are going to be a monster right in the prime of the Nuggets. What I worry about, though, when it comes to the Nuggets, and we've talked about this before, is depth. Super concerned. They've been playing better. Zeke, in particular, Christian Brown has been playing better. Our second team's been playing better, but certainly today, when Jokic left the game in the third quarter, we let Dallas go on a run. And ultimately, that's why we lost.
Well, rebound. We didn't rebound.
Yeah, we don't
rebound. There was
no rebound, man.
0 rebound. Well, even Jokic didn't rebound well today.
No, that was a very frustrating. No rebound.
Yeah, got the effort from the Mavericks in regards with crashing the offensive glass was prevalent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it was
evident.
part of their game plan.
And they said, "Hey, we gotta hit it hard," and they did. and it kept them, we are, and I was talking to you about this earlier, is we are the most clutch team in the NBA, maybe almost ever. But sometimes it doesn't matter when you play a good team. Like, yes, like 9 times out of 10, do we win in the clutch? Absolutely. But there's good teams, man. And when you have stars like Doncic and Irving, sometimes they find ways to win. The same reason why we lost to the Suns at home. When you have a star like Durant in a close game, sometimes they step up to the occasion and win.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 games we lost this whole after the All-Star break, guys. Both close to only lost by a few points or going into OT. That's how locked in they are, though, right now.
I'm really I think there is a recipe to beat the Nuggets, and I think Dallas put it on display. But it's risky because, so first of all, the Nuggets are really good in transition. The reason the Nuggets are really good in transition is because Jokic is grabbing rebounds and immediately looking to
push up.
Outlet, push up, whatever it might be.
Right.
But if you do like Dallas did today, which was send 3, sometimes 4 guys to the offensive boards, it's a game of it's a game of roulette, sort of.
Right, because when he gets it, that's an easy putback, easy break.
But if you can rebound like they did today, then there is no fast break.
Right.
There's just a bunch of second and third chances.
Yeah, and you're getting second chance points more so than.
I think it's risky. What you're saying is, are we willing to let Jokic try to rebound?
The secondary rebounders need to be committed.
They weren't. Peyton Watson sucked today at rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? Like, he just
our second group did terrible.
There was no rebounding.
No rebounding.
Yeah, he didn't box out at all.
The only one, and I would even put this ahead of Jokic. The only guy who seemed to want to rebound today was Zeke Naji. I would say every other big just refused to put forth any effort on that.
Just expected the team to sit back and let him get the board off that first initial shot.
In the fourth quarter, coming down the stretch, I think there was like 6-something minutes left, maybe more. And Murray missed that shot, and and Dallas had a fast break. I wish I remember exactly what happened, but Murray missed a shot, and he didn't run back. He hung his head,
right,
and they pushed it up the floor for an easy layup. And at that moment in time, I was like, our guys aren't in this game.
It felt like it at times.
I feel like we were looking ahead.
Yeah,
because we were putting so much on those Minnesota games. I think we were looking ahead to Minnesota, and I felt like that was Murray kind of being like, damn it, I don't have it today. When he missed that shot, there was like 6.5 minutes left, I think, if you remember that.
I do remember.
When he hung his head, he didn't run back, and it was just kind of.
No, I felt that kind of energy throughout the game from almost every
lack of execution. We're usually more dialed in,
usually intense.
That 2-man game is usually.
And then we did dial in. We tied up the ball game.
Yeah, then we dialed in. All of a sudden, Murray hits a huge three. And you're like, oh, wait, maybe we'll actually win this game. But I'm with you. I felt lack of energy.
From the beginning, in the first quarter, I was like, we might not win this one.
That's how I felt, too.
Yep, agreed.
It's exactly how I felt.
Just felt different.
Felt like we weren't trying.
That's okay. You're not going to win them all, unfortunately.
No, especially in a road trip. And I think if you asked the Nuggets, do we win? And obviously we were trying to win. I'm not saying we weren't trying to win. But if you'd rather win in Minnesota, and you win 3 or 4 on this 4-game road trip, and you win in Minnesota, that is great success, right?
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
That'll be a fun game to watch.
That will be a fun game to watch. Is that Tuesday?
Tuesday.
That should be intense.
Back on altitude too. Finally.
Yeah, seriously. Holy cow! But then there's another national game on Thursday.
Those 1:30 games suck.
We're not good in the afternoon except Christmas Day.
Is that when we then we play the Knicks on Thursday? Yeah, that's national.
That's national. And then the Trailblazers. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Do you guys have any green on?
Oh, damn!
Please
gotta pinch me. You have green on right there.
Oh no, I've got the shirt on underneath.
Oh yeah. Running club.
Yep.
All right, well, pinch me.
I'm not pinching anyone. I used to hate that shit as a kid.
I hated that.
Half the time in high school, I didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
People would come up and pinch me.
I'd
I'd
be
be
like,
like, what the hell?
Back off, bro.
Don't pinch me.
Yeah.
You're not wearing any green. I'm like, what the hell do I need
You
to
wear
wear
your
green
Irish
for?
jersey.
Yeah.
Your Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
No,
Yeah, 2 kids from Florissant going to school on St. Patty's Day was not good. Like, I didn't even understand what was going on.
I didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day.
I had no
idea.
clue.
What the hell you pitching me? It's St. Patrick's Day.
It probably
so-
wasn't St. Patrick's Day. It was probably like the Friday before St. Patrick's Day.
That school said it's St. Patrick's Day.
I mean, people just pinching people left and right.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
You guys celebrated at all?
I mean, I'm drinking
I'm
stout.
drinking Guinness.
That's about all I'm doing to celebrate. Unless you consider going to the Y and swimming and running 3 miles celebration. Which is
They did a spotlight on the local news on the Great British Food Company.
no way. Why would they do that? That place is average at best.
I don't just thought I would tell you because that's where you go to watch Arsenal.
It is. It's the Arsenal.
And
Martin.
the guy who you always talk about, the guy who used to own Jack's Queens,
Martin. They interviewed
They
Martin.
interviewed Martin.
Nice. Could you understand what he was saying?
Well, no, that was partially because I had a kid screaming.
Oh, got it. That'll
J
change.
or dot? Dot?
It all blurs together at this point.
Okay.
And then when they're not screaming, you hear screams in your head anyway. Just like,
Or when you're so used to your kids sleeping, you just think they're like crying. You just hear crying all the time.
yeah,
I hear it in my head
I hear it all the time, man.
when I was a young parent. Now I still have a young one too, but like I swear I just hear Dawson crying and I'm like, oh shit.
Damn hips, man. They don't fit in this thing. Too wide.
That's why I brought down that big pillow for you to put in there. I don't know what it is.
Well, that's all right.
I'm sitting on this pillow. It helps.
The Nuggets have been on a tear, though, my friends. Like,
Best record since
the All-Star
the
break.
All-Star break. Even with
Um,
this loss.
Super fun to watch, man. They're so fun to watch when they're clicking.
The most clutch team in the NBA.
Most clutch. Jokic has the most triple doubles ever in the history of mankind. If you're talking about triple doubles where you shoot over 50% from the field,
And on a Tuesday.
No,
Wednesday
just-
you're back.
yeah, no, just
And on a Tuesday
just
with
when you
one
shoot
dribble.
50% better from the field.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be Russell Westbrook's record.
That'd be awesome because Russ doesn't deserve that. Russell probably deserves it. I don't know. I don't know the man.
Right.
I just know we've had to compete against him, and it's tough, right?
I just feel good about the Nuggets. The national media seems to agree, which is weird.
Yeah, they're finally hopping on.
Everybody is like, "Hey, I don't know, man. I
they're
don't
so
feel
good. They're such a great
They
team.
just close.
They
Like
close
they
so
do.
well. They're such a great team. That's probably not a good sign for
Richard
bettors.
Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson does like himself
He
some
likes
Nuggets. So does JJ Redick.
Mm-hmm.
So did Bob Myers. Bob Myers was talking
Mm.
him up during halftime.
True. Yeah, man. I don't know. They're fun to watch though.
We typically figure out how to close, man. Usually. I mean, it takes a Herculean effort to beat us. It really does.
No, it takes an exceptional effort to beat an exceptional team.
Right.
Which is why
Yeah,
Kyrie hitting a
Dallas
floater.
came one to play today.
Yeah, but even then they like had to hit a floater in the
Right.
last second. A left-handed floater.
And Doncic had to hit a big three.
Yeah.
We left them wide open.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's
he
great.
was open.
Doncic has got range. You can't give him that much space with that much time left in a game.
Right.
And I
Off a simple. I didn't like how we switched screens too.
didn't like that either.
I didn't
Remember, we
like
didn't
it.
have energy switching screens today.
Why didn't we call it
We
timeout?
talked about that a lot.
We should have called a timeout instead of just doing that thing that Murray did when he missed the lead 2 point whatever seconds left.
But that was a wide open Murray 15.
I know
that he hits.
I know, but you have 2 timeouts left. Take one.
You do. It was a great look, though. I mean, I didn't like how the announcer was like,
Well,
"You
Murray
shot it
just-
too early."
Murray just hadn't been playing normal Murray. He'd had some shots, but he wasn't like his normal.
Yeah, he wasn't on fire, but he hit that big three.
And that's a wide open shot for him.
He had that and one that
Put a little too much sauce on it, man.
Yeah, he almost jumped too high.
High, right? Right.
It's not like him to elevate like that on a jumper.
I was a little excited,
Yeah,
and so his angle was off.
yeah.
So he hit the back of the rim.
Yep. I don't know, man. But that's the point is you have to something exceptional has to happen
I
to
do.
beat exceptional teams.
What?
I said like two.
Sure.
What about a poo?
I do want to say that Michael Porter Jr. has been playing amazing of late.
Yeah, it's MPJ.
Yeah, he had like 4 points today.
Yeah. Theo, what do you think about the Nuggets, man?
They're really good.
Yeah, who's your favorite player right now?
Murray.
Yeah, Jamal's on fire.
He had a okay game tonight.
Anyone else that you really like on the Nuggets?
Gordon.
Did you go to that Suns game? Was that fun?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get nachos?
No.
He did get a Rocky stuffy
Oh, cool.
that he picked out.
That's awesome.
Tried to make him get a hat or a shirt, but he went with the Rocky stuffy.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's a great decision.
Where is your Rocky
I
stuffy?
wish I could cuddle with
In
Rocky.
my bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He likes how Aaron Gordon dunks, right? In that dunker spot where Jokic alley-oops to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he really forces the defense to make a decision. Do you leave Gordon to double team Jokic, or do you stay with Gordon so he doesn't get a dunk? And then Jokic scores. It's a tough decision.
That dunk.
Like Gordon had on that putback.
No, the MPJ a couple of games ago coming down the lane against the Spurs.
Right.
Yeah, he dunked it.
Yeah,
That was
MPJ
Oh,
coming
yeah.
down the lane.
Kind of on windy.
Kind of on Wimby, but
And
not
then
really.
he dunked over it.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I like how sorry, going back to what Will was saying. But MPJ is actually playing basketball now. He's not just sitting and waiting for threes. He's cutting to the basket. He's driving to the basket. He's passing. He's playing really well.
He had a
Which is
couple
awesome.
great passes today. I was excited.
Yeah,
to
pass
see
He
to
him.
made a
corner.
few shots too.
Yeah.
To the corner to KCP for that three.
Yeah, that was very unselfish. Good basketball that he's playing lately.
He's playing well.
So did the Spurs play in Austin because the rodeo's in town, or do they just like play in Austin now every now and then?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that they played in Austin until I was watching it, and the thing kept popping up that they were at the Moody Center.
Yeah. And there were chairs.
That had Texas logos on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know why they played there, but that girl with the high pitched scream was
Oh,
really
that was a
annoying.
lot.
You could hear her
kept screaming the
screaming
whole time.
throughout the whole game, and they finally found her.
Right.
I'm glad they did, and I'm glad she was a Nuggets fan. And
That's funny that she was a Nuggets
it's her
fan. That was
23rd
annoying.
birthday.
I like how
she
he was like, "Now
pumped.
try taking it down an octave."
Yeah.
When Barlow was interviewing her.
Yeah.
Oh, they found her in an interview?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they found her. It was her 23rd birthday.
That's hilarious.
She's a Nuggets fan. She got to the game for her 23rd birthday.
I tried taking it down an octave.
She gets to scream. That's awesome.
And Vic's mic kept on not working. And they didn't have the stats on the screen like they're used to.
Yeah,
It was funny. Marlo was bitching about that the whole
he
time.
was. Yeah.
Well, I don't know my stats.
Yeah. Well, just keep
He
He
Right,
doesn't
right.
know
We're
his
doing well,
stats.
guys. It was a tough loss, but
Oh, I'm
Oh,
not
no, we're
worried
in a
about
great
it.
spot.
Tuesday's
feeling
going to be
good.
fun. We got to see how we bounce back on Tuesday.
Feeling
Tuesday was
good.
going to be fun.
Feeling
Tuesday's gonna be
I
huge.
had,
Talk about a playoff atmosphere. That's gonna be.
I saw this on social media. The Nuggets are the first team since 78-79 Supersonics to win a championship in the Western Conference that was not from California or Texas.
I remember
What?
mentioning that a while ago. Yep.
We were the first team
Yep.
in the Western Conference since the 78-79 Supersonics that won a Western Conference championship that was not from California or Texas. All those other championship teams between then and then
Everybody from
were
California.
from California
Like
or
the
Texas.
Spurs.
Spurs, the Rockets.
What is that? Is that a cat?
There's a cat.
Then
Darn.
Okay. So I get it. The Rockets, they won a couple.
San Antonio.
Spurs went on a run.
San Antonio won one. The Mavericks won one. You have all those Lakers.
All those Laker teams.
You have all those Golden State teams.
Oh yeah. That is a crazy stat, man.
Right.
What year was that?
Since 78-79 season.
Wow.
dang.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
That's cray. 78-79 season before we were born. What year were you born, Theo?
2015.
Man, what a year.
Yeah, see all those.
Trailblazers?
But that was the
That was prior
Trailblazers.
to the Bill
The
Walton.
Supersonics were the last team to do it. So the Trailblazers were before that. But all those other championships were either the Lakers, the Warriors, the Mavericks, or the Spurs.
That's so interesting.
Or the Rockets.
But I guess it makes sense since most of the teams are in those states. What about Utah? Oh, they never won a championship.
No, they've been to
They
multiple,
went to
but they
multiple, they
never
never
won.
won.
Nuggets has been to the championship and they won it.
Did they?
Sure did.
That is
Special.
facts. Just spitting facts over
Special.
here. Theo's got it. Portland was in the 70s.
Before the Sixers won it, apparently.
I mean, what other teams are in the West that aren't in LA or Texas? Or I mean, California or Texas? It's us. It's Utah. It's Minnesota. It's New Orleans. How are they in the West? I have no idea.
Right.
It's Memphis. That's all I can think of. Supersonics. Portland.
Minnesota.
Memphis, New Orleans. Us. That's 6
Arizona?
teams.
Say Oklahoma.
Oh, the Suns. Oh, the Suns never won.
They never
They
did.
made it to the championship that
But
year
they
at
did it.
Barkley.
Same with OKC.
Finished it.
Oh yeah,
OKC.
OKC never won. Okay. So half the teams in the West are from either Texas or LA.
Pretty much. There's like, what,
Pretty
7
much.
or 8 teams from there? Was there 4 from California and 3 in Texas?
We have Rockets, Spurs, Mavericks.
2 LA teams, Golden State and Sacramento.
Does anyone from the East pose a threat here if we make it to the championship?
That
Is
would
it
be
just
awesome.
Boston?
Who do you think's good in the East?
Who's from the East?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. I thought you know
Boston,
basketball.
Milwaukee.
Boston's pretty good.
Yeah, Boston is good.
They've got Giannis on Milwaukee.
That they do.
Mhm. They didn't
That
play
gets
together.
some wins
And Dame
sometimes.
time.
Yeah, I think
He's hurt.
Yeah, is he? What happened to him?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you dunking it, Theo?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, you are.
Uh-huh.
What size hoop?
I do it on my trampoline.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Hey, Theo. Did you really break your backboard because of a girl?
Huh?
You
Throw a
know,
rock through
you
your
threw
backboard?
to impress a lady?
No.
Oh, no?
You just threw it through there
I
because you
threw
wanted
it to
to.
make my friends laugh.
Oh. Okay. To impress a girl?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Did they laugh?
No.
Oh, no.
Mm,
So you broke the backboard and they didn't?
no
laugh?
reason. Correct.
I'm just curious. I think that's awesome. Like, I mean, I don't know. I used to try to impress people all the time. I still do. You know who I can't impress, though? My brother Tim.
Nope.
Can't impress him anymore. I could.
Fact.
That is a fact.
No impressing Uncle Timmy anymore.
Seen it all, Dave, from you.
Oh, you just what? You haven't seen it all. There's still plenty to come. I'm pretty sure there'll be, I don't know, wins and losses and gains and net losses.
Net losses, and I think regardless of what's happened today and in the future, that the Nuggets are still the team to beat, and I'm confident in their ability to repeat.
Hey, all right. Me too. I feel good about it. Timmy,
Yes, sir.
how's pink eye?
It was pink eye.
Was it rough?
Not too. May had it real bad.
Yeah.
Sophie and I went unscathed. But then Dorothy brought home a cold.
Mm.
It started with her stomach and then lots of coughing and snot.
Oh, snot. Gotta love snot.
Yeah.
What about the snowstorm, you guys?
Hey, Snowmageddon 2024.
We got more than they said they would.
It's been
We did
nice.
at our house.
I've been enjoying it. I saw Dune.
That was Dune.
Dude.
Dune was awesome. I
job,
highly
Jim.
recommend to all of you
I
to
will
watch both Dune 1 and 2.
I've not seen
I
Dune
didn't see
1.
either. I will say I miss my older neighbors because they helped me shovel the driveway. The young kid who lives in their basement is a dick and does not.
You don't need to shovel your driveway. You have an electronic, blower, bro.
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't work as well in the heavy snow.
It's
It's beside the point. The guy doesn't turn his hat to the goddamn driveway, so it melts and then ices on my hat.
I see. Oh, because it's like at a slope.
Oh, if you just do your house,
Oh,
it'll
the
just melt and it'll
driveway.
just turn into
The
ice on yours.
driveway.
So
Yes.
You
have
might
to
as well do
this.
theirs too.
Yes.
I see.
And so I did it all once, and then he didn't touch it, and then he did one little small spot for his girlfriend. So I literally threw snow on his cars and at his house, and I was just like, "Fuck you, dude!" Like, I literally did your entire driveway yesterday. You're half of the driveway, and you're not gonna like reciprocity, right? You scratch my back,
You're
I scratch
supposed
your
to.
back.
That's how it's supposed to work.
That's how it's supposed to work with neighbors. The old guy does it, and that's why I try to wake up and go out there before the old guy gets there because he's the old guy. Like I'm the younger of the two people. I should be doing that.
Right.
So usually, I'm able to shovel before anyone helps out. And sometimes I'll do Joe's. Sometimes. But this time, because of the massive amount of snow, I did shovel day one, Thursday. But Friday morning, this neighbor of ours across the street, he's got a really nice snow blower. He did the whole block
Oh wow, that's
with his
awesome.
snow blower.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My snow Joe works.
Yeah.
My snow Joe works, but like with that heavy wet snow, it takes longer. You have to go back and forth. So
Right.
I'm just like
Is that the?
it's me
You
going-
got to put your hips into it.
Yeah,
No, because the
actually,
wet snow,
the wet snow, it clogs up and stops.
it has an auger, so the auger's small. So it's probably with the wet heavy shit.
Yeah.
It's the auger's
It
not
still
powerful
works. It
enough.
still works, but it
Still
wasn't-
works.
It's not as easy
But
as
the
that. Like,
auger, when you're dealing with wet heavy snow,
when you
it's
get
gonna
that when you
clogged
get that
up.
less wet snow, you can just go. Zzz,
Yep.
It's really easy.
You know, it's nice and fluffy. But when it's the wet shit, the auger's gonna get stuck.
I just think you guys need to go back to shoveling.
Well, I don't have I shovel.
I have
That's
a
how I
shovel.
hurt my quad.
Oh, that's right.
Right. Bad horseshoes.
Oh, Timmy, Monarch is awesome. I'd forgotten how cool it was.
I love Monarch.
Yeah, I'd forgotten they're great.
Pretty amazing.
The blues there, like the long blue runs, are super fun.
You just go by yourself or to go with you.
No, I went.
You went with Gomez and Foster.
Yeah,
Nice.
Foster.
Nice.
Foster can shred. He is a very good snowboarder.
Did you go through Florissant on the way there?
Yeah, we did.
Should go to
I say
Elevation.
I need to go through Florissant. If there's like a fit, but you gotta go to a coffee shop. It's okay. You share your location with me, Dave. I know where you are at all times.
That's funny.
Tim does know where I am all the time. I need
Does
to
he?
turn
So
that
goes,
off.
did he go skiing? I go, I don't know. And I pull it up and I found you were at the
Brown dog.
Brown Dog.
Yeah.
I was like, that bastard got mad at me for wanting to go through Florissant. And then
I
went
was
through
not
Florissant.
mad at you. I was not mad at you. It's like a 2-minute difference. I don't care.
It is a 2-minute difference.
Yeah. Sometimes it's faster, actually.
Well, it's because you get to go straight and you get to go at higher speeds. It's that Bighorn Sheep Canyon or whatever it's called.
Oh, so we came back that way
Yeah.
and saw Bighorn Sheep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that Bighorn Sheep Canyon?
Yes.
You almost see it. I the last 2 times I went through it, I didn't see it, but the times before that, I had.
I know that's Gomez was driving, and we went to Elevation after Monarch,
Saw that.
and and then I was like, guys, we should go through Bighorn Sheep Canyon because it's that time of year, right? Like fall, spring.
Yep.
And sure enough, man, we saw some Bighorn sheep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to stop, let them go in front of us across the highway. It was sweet. That's the only reason to go that route, though. Seriously.
To see the
Yeah,
see the sheep.
that's the only reason. Can't move.
You want a big pillow to sleep on? I hope to be.
No, good.
I will say I have enjoyed the Nuggets this half. Since
Hasn't it been awesome?
we finally are starting to play.
Don't you feel like we're like in a great spot?
We're in a great spot.
I mean, minus today, which really wasn't that bad.
I know you said I'm not very confident we'll get there, but I still have. I think we could still win the number 1 seed. But again, like we talked about earlier, I don't necessarily think we need it. I'm just repeating myself now. Big Horseshoe Canyon's fun.
I don't think we need it either.
2 seed's good.
I think we want it though.
We want it. It means something to us.
You guys talking about the tourney?
The 1 seed.
Number 1 seed.
But I think tourney wise, since today was Selection Sunday, I'm happy that CU and CSU are both in. That's exciting.
Of course, they're playing games.
They're both in playing games.
They're
Though.
both bullshit playing games.
Yeah.
One has to play Virginia, the other one has to play Boise State. Those are tough. Tough, man.
Virginia's susceptible though.
Aren't they the 1 seed that's the only number 1 seed to lose to a 16 seed?
Yeah. But I mean,
Is that CSU? CSU, right?
CSU
has to beat Virginia and Texas.
Then Texas if they won it. Yeah.
Whew.
Well, I don't think they're beating Texas after.
It really depends on what Texas team shows up.
Well, if it's a Texas team that allows their big, what's his name, Niso.
Oh, our big in the middle?
Yeah.
Tall, skinny kid.
Oh,
I'm like,
so
his name.
horny.
I can only think of English.
Dessou.
Dessou.
Yeah. So if Dessou's playing well, it's game over. But that's for pretty much every team they play. Because
I don't know, man. For CU, I like De Silva.
Oh no, CU's going to be all right. I think they beat Boise, and then I think who did they have after that? They were 10 seed against a 7. I forgot who they had. If they beat Boise State.
Oh, I have them winning 2 games.
Do you?
I think CU's winning 2 games, guys.
They're good enough too. They're just their defense at times.
I was just
sucks.
bummed out that CSU has to.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal after the season they had. You know what's weird is so you let what
They kind of screw the Mountain West, man.
well you let 6 Mountain West teams in, but
you give them shitty
you
draws.
give them horrible seeds, right? So then what? You give them bad seeds, but you let them in. So you can say, "Hey, we gave you 6 seeds, Mountain West." But
I
they
still can't believe they're going to have FAU, San Diego State, UConn,
all in
the same region.
right?
The fuck, man.
Yeah, 3 Final Four teams.
That's messed up, dude.
Yeah, it is messed up. Well, you know,
FAU UConn round 2 matchup. Whew. If you're UConn, you're like, what? What?
Yeah.
You're giving us FAU?
right. And if you're FAU, you're like, what?
What? Can we have UConn?
I guess
Not
you're
UConn?
happy. You're
Can we
happy.
have North Carolina?
I guess you're happy.
Imagine a North Carolina FAU matchup.
Oh boy.
Feel probably a lot better about that.
Yeah, you.
I don't think I'll take. I mean, UConn's too good.
They're too good. Yeah.
You know, I would. I'll take UConn over FAU, but FAU over Purdue.
Oh, I might take that
I mean, FAU
over
North Carolina,
Arizona.
Iowa State. Yeah,
Excuse me.
it's tough, man.
Ah,
They really gave North Carolina a nice little cush
Sure, they get to play in
little
Charlotte.
bracket.
They get to play in Charlotte,
ACC guys,
right?
they always get a cush. I feel like.
They do.
Right, they do.
Wow, that's the way it goes, huh? I don't know, man.
It's a fun week though.
Oh yeah, it's about the comments.
And you're gonna miss a bunch of it because you're traveling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spring break. I remember spring break driving down to Arizona, listening to games on the internet. On the internet.
Tim and me. Yeah,
On
I
the
remember.
internet.
I remember when what was it? Not UNC. Oh God, George Mason. When George Mason beat UConn, Tim and I were listening to that game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, even in high school when we'd go down there, it was always around this time.
Do 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 do.
I love that sound.
Yeah.
And I love how they don't play it, but they don't. I don't feel like they play it a whole lot. But like after
No, they know when to.
they start playing it in February.
Yeah.
That's when I really started noticing it. And I'm like, oh,
You're like,
yeah.
that's it. Onions.
Oh yeah, onions. Man, the tourney this is my favorite time of the year. You've got NBA, it's like crunch time in the NBA. So they're actually competing really hard. Like if you've watched the Nuggets the last 2 weeks, every game is a real battle. Like teams are actually bringing it. The Nuggets are bringing it. And then you've got the NCAA tourney. You got spring training. If only I cared 5 shits about the Rockies.
I know, and you can't watch them.
Yeah, you can't watch it. It's awful.
Not that you want to. Like I
want to.
I
It's
love
spring
watching.
training.
I love watching spring training
Yeah.
baseball.
Me too.
I like seeing these people out there who aren't going to make the team, but they're out there and they're trying.
I want to watch spring
I
training.
think there's something beautiful about spring training baseball.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I miss the fact I can't watch it. I get the MLB network now, but all they show is the big teams.
Yep.
Never show the Rockies.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch the Rockies. I listen to them occasionally when I'm driving on the radio, but it's hard to listen to baseball on the radio.
Right.
But we still have that same guy who's been doing it forever.
Uh-huh. And
Drew Goodman,
Yeah.
Mike Kingery on the
Kingery.
on the radio.
Whoever does it on the radio.
Yeah,
Kingery's on the radio and
and,
Goodman's on the play-by-play.
who's the other dude on the radio who used to be a Nuggets announcer? I bet he's wishing he hadn't made that choice. It's Kingery, and it's that guy who
Cosmonarch or whatever his name.
the guy who saved a baby from a burning airplane crash.
What?
What's his name? Oh,
Is that Cosmonarch or whatever his name
no,
is?
give me 1 second. Proceed. I'll come right back.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to find the announcer who saved the baby.
Did you guys watch some of those things that I said about trashing LeBron?
Right. Yes, I did.
They're pretty funny.
They're pretty funny. I mean, I think we're going to play the Lakers, man.
That's fine by me. We're better than they are.
They might get one. They might let them get one.
I could see him getting one, but we're just a better team. Like when you watch them, we're just a better team. LeBron's not LeBron anymore. I don't know.
I just think it's funny they load up with all these other players and it doesn't really matter.
Oh man, maybe he doesn't do it for him anymore. Jerry Schimmel,
Oh, Schimmel.
he doesn't announce
Schimmel.
them anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Schimmel was in a plane crash and exits the burning plane and hears a baby crying and goes back into the burning plane and saves a baby.
Wow.
Yes,
That's awesome.
it's crazy.
Wow.
It's a
Save that
crazy
baby.
story. Save the baby.
Well, because you couldn't live with yourself. If you
Right.
had that thing burning alive.
Yeah, and then you're like, I didn't try to stop.
I didn't try to save that baby.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Jerry Schimmel's awesome.
I'm sure that hug when the baby grows up is quite.
Well, wasn't it
Poetic.
Noma?
I think the baby's grown.
Wasn't it Noma Garcia that saved the drowning kid?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Noma.
No ma.
No, ma.
Noma.
Oh, save the baby.
Got the pa.
It's like a 50-50 when pro athletes go into the water if
There
they
you go.
die or
Yeah,
they
yeah.
save someone.
There was that wrestler who saved his
What
kid.
about Peyton Hillis, man?
There was that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and he nearly died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a wrestler right before Peyton Hillis who went out to save his kid and saved his kid, but he died.
Yes. And then there was a NFL player recently who died drowning.
Who's that?
Water's scary.
I can't. Yeah, water is scary.
The ocean is scary.
Oh, the ocean.
Shark in the water.
It's so vast.
You're in the water.
Those currents, man, sometimes they just get you.
Sometimes you don't even know what they're doing.
Sometimes, like, you get through one wave,
See
the
it?
next thing you know, another wave just
Dude,
beating the
swimming,
shit out of you.
swimming in the ocean is a different thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the tide could.
It's called current.
Yeah, the current could pull you back, and you could
currents and tides and waves.
and waves and tides and tide pools.
Those times where, like, a wave takes you out, you, like, get above the water, and you're like, I'm good, and then it the other way
Yeah.
shit, you're like,
What just swam over
Yeah,
me?
you did the
Was
same
it
thing
a
at the
shark?
same time. It's hilarious. You crabs.
Because I've been there. I've been there. I lived it.
when I was in Hawaii, I got hit by 2 waves back to back, and then I finally stood up, and Schmidt just shoved me into the next wave. I'm like, you dick.
Yeah.
That's funny.
McHenry saved a kid who was being dragged out by the undertow.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was just like, what? I can't swim. Like, I can't swim like you guys can swim. Who's going to go save that child?
We grew up in Colorado. Right?
Yeah, dude.
So,
Yeah. Mac just jumped in and went and saved this kid.
That's
It was
awesome.
Yeah. It was awesome. I was like, what on earth?
Living in Hawaii was the best I was ever at swimming because you were in the water every day.
Yeah.
Maybe not every day, but you were in the water like 4 or
Yeah.
5 times a day.
Yeah.
A week.
And an ocean.
Yeah.
Swimming in an ocean.
Yeah, whether it's snorkeling, scuba diving,
Yeah.
or just playing, you're in
Yeah.
it all the time.
And then you learn probably how to read the current too.
Swim diagonally.
Yeah.
Damn. Shocking.
Well, Dave, tell us a little bit about your I Want to Live Through You. Tell me about your trip.
Coming up,
Yes,
my spring break trip.
your spring break trip.
Well, Wednesday night, we'll be spending night with Hanaway in Nashville.
Awesome.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And then Thursday night, Hanaway is going to let us stay at his really nice house up in Swanee.
Sweet.
Ross is out of town, so I won't get
Aw.
to see Ross, even though he teaches at the University of South. But we are going to have dinner with his wife and their 2 kids.
Oh, so Ross doesn't live in St. Louis anymore?
No, he moved. He was in St. Louis, then moved to Iowa, then moved to Memphis, and now he's at Swanee.
To the south. Well,
Yeah,
That's where he'll be for the rest of his time.
correct. Unless something crazy happens.
that's cool, man.
And then we drive from Swanee to Pigeon Forge, tourist trap, Tennessee, where we're going to go to the Titanic Museum for Harper.
Is this the one that like partially floods one level?
Yes. And then we're going to go to Dollywood.
Nice.
They have a lot of coasters.
Coasters, man.
Yeah. Then we're going to spend a day exploring the Great Smoky Mountain National Park.
Oh, sweet. Gorgeous.
We're gonna spend a night in Asheville
I love
to
Asheville.
hit
That'll
up
be
some
fun.
breweries.
Yeah. Green
That'll be
Man,
fun.
dude.
Yeah, I'll go to Green Man. I'll go to a couple.
There's a lot of good ones there.
And then we're gonna drive the 5.5 hours from there to the beach to hang out in Myrtle Beach, which is really sketchy. But I'm hoping it's nice. Have you ever been to Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. I've been to Myrtle Beach.
The Outer Banks.
Not the Outer
I was
Banks.
tricking around. I have no idea.
The Outer Banks are where like really it's really nice. in
I've been to the
Banks.
Outer Banks.
Exactly. Tim's been to the Outer Banks.
I synced the hill that the brothers flew off of.
No way.
Yeah. I said, I want to go see that. You know,
I said I done said it.
well, we grew up like when we go on vacation.
I want to see that.
I don't want to see it.
When we were kids growing up, if we were near a historical site, we went to go
Yes,
see it.
absolutely.
So we're driving past it, and I'm like,
hey,
I would like to see that. And everybody's like, why? It's just a hill. I was like, but it's history.
it's where they flew the
The first time they
plane.
flew. And literally, there's no fence, and you just see the hill, and then there's like a little building at the bottom, and that is literally it.
That's it.
That's
They
it.
didn't do anything. There's no like monument or
There might be down by like the building, but like there wasn't like a.
where they flew off of.
There was just like a. There might be something up there, but literally it was just a hill with a building at the bottom. But should have been some good informative plaques.
That's what I'd like to see. Some informative plaques on the
Right. brothers.
the Wright brothers flight.
Well, that sounds like a good trip, brother.
Yeah, it does. Jealous.
Yeah, no, it should be nice. It'll be a lot of moving parts.
That's what you guys do, though.
3 children, you know.
That's what you guys. When you plan a trip, you plan a trip.
Yes, we do.
No day for sleeping. No.
Nope, no days for sleeping. No, you don't need to sleep. No days for sleeping.
No days.
No days for chilling. You're right. There's none of that.
Then are you guys flying out of South Carolina?
Yeah, flying out of Myrtle Beach. And I meant to bring this up, Tim. would you be willing to drop us off and then pick us up from the airport?
Probably do that, yeah. Wednesday?
Wednesday
What time?
in the morning-ish, like 10, 11, 10 a.m.,
What's this Wednesday?
10:30 this Wednesday.
Yeah, I can figure it out. That's how
And then the 27th, this is the tough one. That I don't think we get into like 11 o'clock at night.
Ooh, that's my bedtime, bro.
I know. But would you that one time just pick us up? Because
Yeah, I can pick you up.
yes.
5 people. How am I gonna fit? How do you get everybody into that one car?
Right.
What one car?
Is
The one car that picks you up.
Well, what car are you picking us up in?
Well, the 2 cars I own.
You drive our Kia.
Your Kia's gonna fit everybody
Uh-huh.
and luggage.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I didn't really think this out, so we can talk off camera.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah, okay.
I don't mind helping you out. It just sounds logistically.
that's a Wednesday, right?
It is a Wednesday.
I could probably help out too.
Well, we'll figure it out off camera.
All right, let's play our favorite game
I'm ready.
where we go through the schedule and we say win or loss.
I thought you were gonna say that it was gonna be not timeout with Timmy, but for fundamentals.
Timeout with Timmy's my favorite.
Well, I don't have one.
We haven't done the fundamentals in a long
Well, I'll
time.
tell you one thing. Fucking box out.
Rebounding.
Yeah.
Box out, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
There's your fundamental.
Yeah. Peyton Watson just standing there doing nothing. I'm like,
Peyton Watson looked like a lazy piece of shit.
yeah, well, and him and half the team tonight, quite frankly, when it came to
We were
rebounding.
overlooking Dallas.
The only person who worked their ass off on the board tonight was Zeke Naji.
Right.
Everyone else just kind of stood there. Even Jokic.
You're just trying to tip it to people, and usually
No.
that's fine.
No.
But everybody else was like, Aaron Gordon was lazy.
Yes. No one wanted to rebound.
Yeah.
So that's
For
that.
fundamentals. There's your fundamental. All right.
I'm ready.
Let's do the typical look at the schedule. Take it.
Well, I'm going to say now, win on Tuesday.
Okay, we got Tuesday. We have
Timberwolves.
Yeah, Timberwolves.
That's got to be a win. Otherwise, we might slip to the 3 seed.
That is correct.
The next 4 games have to be wins.
Knicks.
Is that home or away?
That's home.
That's a win because it's home.
Then we play the 23rd at Portland. That's a win.
That's got to be a win.
Grizzlies would be a win.
Has
You
to
would
be.
think so.
Then Wednesday the 27th, we have.
We've lost them at home, but we got to beat them again.
Is that at home or at Phoenix?
Home.
We got a nice
then you
little
gotta-
4-game
you
homestand
have-
where you got
You have to win
to
that
take care of business at home.
because you got to set the tone
Yeah.
against them.
And then you have the Timberwolves on the 29th.
Is that at home?
Home.
I'm going to that game.
Then the Cavs on the 31st at home.
Easter.
Then the Spurs at home. Clippers and Hawks on the road. That's a weird road trip.
Clippers. No, it's
Oh,
Clippers.
Clippers, Hawks are at home.
And then we're Hawks home.
Then Jazz.
Jazz.
Makes no sense.
Timberwolves.
Oh, we got-
Spurs. Grizzlies.
We play Timberwolves at home a lot.
We get the Spurs 2 more times. We get the Grizzlies 2 more times. So that's 4 automatic wins, you would think, which is nice. You have like
Jazz.
4 gimmies. You get the Jazz.
The Trailblazers should be a win.
So how many gimmies do we have? Like gimmies.
1, 2,
Just teams that you know.
3, 4, 5, 6.
We have 6 gimmies out of our last how many games? Like 14 or whatever.
Half the game should be gimmies. The Suns at home, which we honestly should win.
Well, we have to. We got to set a tone there.
We should beat Cavaliers at home,
Should.
but that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Clippers away.
Should, but
Hawks at home.
should get that W.
Timberwolves 2 games at home.
Well, if you beat the Timberwolves away, you only have to win one of those Timberwolves at home game.
It'd be nice to beat them
Yeah.
right out the gate.
I mean, if we play how we should, we could run the table.
We'll lose 1 or 2 more games.
Yeah.
That's just
maybe
bad.
3.
We're gonna lose 1 or 2 more games.
Okay, well, will someone look up OKC's schedule?
Okay, just a second. I got you. I'm coming. Come on, brother. Dude, we haven't played them in forever.
Right.
We played them early.
Yeah. Which is a little unfortunate.
Okay, so the Thunder schedule.
Okay.
They get a couple cush games. Jazz Raptors.
Okay.
They'll win those games. Bucks in Milwaukee. At New Orleans.
Okay. Those are two tough.
Home against the Rockets. Home against the Suns. At New York. Knicks.
So, but that they might lose that.
They
Suns
get
game.
this. They get the Sixers, Celtics, Pacers, Hornets, Kings, Spurs, Bucks, Mavericks.
Hornets, Kings, Spurs, Bucks.
So they should lose 4 games.
That's
They
tough.
got
That is a
tough
tough
stretch.
stretch.
They should lose to the Celtics, the Pacers, the Bucks, 1 out of the 2 times. Probably lose to the Suns and the Knicks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could. They got to play well, man. And they got the Kings, but at home, and they got the Mavericks for the last game of the season, when it might mean something to the Mavericks.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
It'll need some sort of seeding.
Like they don't want to be like Mavericks don't want to be a 6th.
Right.
Like don't want to be a 7th. They don't want to play in the play, and so Mavericks got to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple of back-to-backs.
Who's our last? Sorry, who's our last?
Thunder have a couple of back-to-backs.
So Thunder still have a couple back-to-backs. Sounds like
one of them 76ers and Celtics.
Our last 3 games are Timberwolves, Spurs, Grizzlies.
so that Timberwolves game will be huge.
Well, they got 3 back-to-backs left.
They have 3 back-to-backs left.
We're all right.
We're doing okay.
I mean, we should have won that game today, but we're all right.
So Timberwolves, Spurs, Grizzlies are our last 3. So we might, maybe in a perfect world, play hard against the Timberwolves and solidify whatever seed we might be in at that point. Hopefully the 1. And then just relax the last 2 games. That's not going to happen.
No.
We're going to have to beat them.
No.
Yeah. Sorry.
Honestly, though, as long as we're above the Timberwolves, I think we're okay.
I don't want to play in Minnesota.
But I'm saying if it's okay if we're the 2 seed if it's the Thunder.
Yes, I think so.
We're gonna be okay, man.
Yeah.
If it's the Thunder, but when it comes to playing, if we do advance to the NBA Finals, it's gonna be a thing. And we'll probably play on the road. If the Celtics do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
You never know. They struggled in the playoffs the last several years.
They do, dude. They do.
Yeah.
They're not clutch. They're so used to kicking everybody's ass. So when it gets close,
Yeah. So that's an East problem.
I do want to go back to that game because that felt so good, being able to just squeeze the life out of the Celtics.
Oh, that was awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown played his ass off.
He did. He played super hard.
Yep, and we still were just like, and they're like, "Oh, Jason Tatum didn't play well." I was like, "There's a reason why."
Yeah.
There's a reason why he didn't play well.
Because Aaron Gordon was locking him up.
Yeah, and KCP.
What about Jokic's fake tying of the shoe to get the replay?
Perfect, man.
Hey, I like it.
Good call, Tim. Good point.
Yeah, Jokic is awesome, man.
That annoyed the hell out of me if he wasn't a Nugget.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. Manu Ginobili style.
Did he do that?
He would do everything to Manu.
Yeah,
So would Tony Parker.
we're the new Spurs, man.
We are.
That's okay.
We're slightly annoying.
If we could win the number of championships or even a few more,
Yeah, I mean, if we even double it up, I'll be fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, let's just get another one, you guys. Like, hold on.
That's what I said. If you just double up, I'll be ecstatic. That's what I said.
Oh, us. Like,
Yeah,
just get another one.
if we win 2, I'm already so happy. Whatever happens, but we're right there.
We are. We're right there. We're right in the prime.
we're one of the best teams in the NBA,
Yeah.
if not the best. We're tough. We're tough. We match up well against a lot of those Eastern Conference teams, I think. But time will tell. You got to get there to play them, though. First.
Correct.
You got to go through a very tough
The
West.
gauntlet. The gauntlet is the West,
Mm-hmm.
folks.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hopefully it runs through D-Town.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Nuggets. Let's go, Nuggets. Let's go. You guys, we're good here.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Till next time.
Love you, boys.